Good Friday evening to everyone. How are you? It is good to see you, and it is good to be seen by you. I hope you're all having an absolutely fantastic Friday evening. The person being me, doing the being glad about the seeing, is I, Bill Sylvie, aka the Dungeon Delver, coming to you live, loud and clear from a previously undisclosed location somewhere in the swamps of Central Florida. So, how are you guys? I hope you're doing absolutely fantastic. Um, but anyway, welcome back to the show, everybody. I am certainly glad that you are all here. Welcome to our viewers over on Twitter, and if you're watching over on Twitter, please do drop us a hello in the chat. It all kind of comes together beautifully in this lovely stream I can see, but maybe some of our folks out there in TV land can't see. So I hope you're all having a really wonderful evening. So as you might have noticed by the description, if you're new to all this, if you're new to what it is that we do, please let me educate you. 5 nights a week, folks, classic tabletop RPG stuff live streamed to you. And that includes a couple of nights a week, at least, when we actually play some tabletop role-playing games for your entertainment and education. This isn't just a passive thing, though, guys. If you have questions, if you're out there and you have questions about what I do and how I do it or what's going on in the game or anything like that, please pop it into the chat and I'll answer it. And if I don't answer it, maybe one of my players will catch it. And if my players don't catch it, maybe someone in the audience can answer your question. But the thing is, I don't want you to just feel like you got to sit out there and be passive. So, yeah, welcome to everyone who's here. I see the folks are filing in over on Twitter. That's right. We have we've crossed the streams. We have merged the two. But let me tell you something, guys. Even if you're watching over on Twitter, if you haven't already, please do consider clicking the subscribe button. Click the bell icon for notifications about this and other streams we do, because I am not going to, yeah, I may announce that I'm doing stuff on YouTube over on Twitter, but that doesn't necessarily mean that I'll be over on Twitter. So I'd really like it if you'd subscribe over here on YouTube, and that way you can get all the up-to-date information about stuff that I'm doing and not just, various silly posts that I put online. But tonight, everybody, we are playing first edition Gamma World. Now, if you don't know what Gamma World is, well, let me tell you. Gamma World is a post-apocalypse setting, fantastic science fiction game. It's not post-apocalypse like, I don't know, Threads or The Day After or something like that. No, it's a little bit sillier. I'm not saying it's, it's like Toon or anything like that, but yeah, it's not quite as grim as those settings might imply, but it is after the big one. So we have a group of folks who are going to be joining here in just a minute. They're milling around in the green room right now. Hey, go easy on those pistachios, Kennick. Those are imported. But anyway, so they'll be joining us all here in just a second. Do I have any wild antics planned for tonight? Oh, that's Yang. You're asking Yang. Okay, all right. Because I don't tip my hands. They don't tip. But anyway, let me just take a look here and greet you all. Jonathan Sward, hello. Daniel Rowan, Wave of Mutilation. Robert Phillips, Dying Breed. How are you, sir? Kennick, of course. Yang Yan Zhao. There's a couple of players right there. Gonzalo Lira's Bar Tab. You haven't gotten that thing paid yet? Death Angel Shadow. Good to see you too. Kabuki Kid. Let's see. Ultra American TTRPGer, Michael Dale, Shin Chara, and Nordic Maelstrom again out there. Hello, hello. Cooley, good to see you. Yeah, I think that just about gets us all. Did I say Orbital Air? Well, Orbital Air, hello, hello, and welcome. So we're going to be jumping in here in just a few seconds. Now, if you're wondering what's going on tomorrow with the show, nothing. Tomorrow is my day off, and I will be putting my feet up while just the day just kind of gently goes by. But we'll be back on Monday, guys. We'll be back on Monday for Monday Miniature Madness. If we get something in the mail, well, we'll do Monday mail call too, and then we'll look at the week ahead. Tuesday, we're going to have a lot of fun because we're going to be playing First Edition Advanced Dungeons & Dragons on Tuesday, and don't you dare miss it. That's going to be at 9 o'clock Tuesday night. Wednesday, we'll see if Kyle can make it on Wednesday. If not, we may find something to deep dive on Wednesday. Thursday's kind of open, and then Friday will bring us right back here to Gamble World. So you see how it goes. We just sort of roll with it. So anyway, I hope everybody is doing just fantastic out there. We're gonna get rolling here any second now. So let's see. Jimmy Invictus. Hello, hello. All right. So with all of that said, I don't really have any new news or anything like that. If you are out there this evening listening, hello and welcome. So let's go ahead and get going then, and welcome in our players tonight as we kick off the Friday night edition of Gamble World. Now this first guy, if you know this show, you're going to recognize him from our Tuesday night first edition AD&D game. He's an all-around swell guy and awesome dude. Everybody say hello to Doomsword Deathmaster as Probably Sane. You're muted if you're talking to us there, Dooms. But while we come back around to you...
Sorry. Hey, what's up?
That's quite all right, man. That's quite all right.
I muted my microphone last time because
he snuck in silently. All right.
Yes, sir.
We have Kevin. He can only afford the one name. That what I pay my people around here is it's not much, which is to say nothing. They do it because they love me. But anyway, so we have Bennett Davis being played by Kevin. Hello, Kevin.
Yeah, but I have a planet named after me, so it's all good.
There is a planet Kevin? All right. So it may be Friday, but everybody say hello to our very own Kanek as Monday.
Hey, peeps.
And of course, he's the adventurer so nice, we cloned him thrice. Everybody put your metallic claws, your saw blades, your cybernetic limbs, your mutated tentacles together for the one and only Yang and Zhao as Rex Dashington. Yang, how are you? You're also muted. Or mutant, as the case may be.
Good evening.
So, by the way, everybody, just to let you know, Yang has a YouTube channel also. If you want like some excellent live stream discussions with comic creators, writers, artists from across the board, check out Yang and Zhao right here on YouTube. You're at Yang and Zhao, right?
It's at Yang Yan Zhao 4.
4, the number 4. That's right. All kind of put together.
Even cloned 4 times on the tubes.
That's right.
Yep.
So anyway,
More
and you
Rex.
had Mark Miller on, for crying out loud, the other day. This guy's
a couple of weeks ago. Yeah.
Yeah. So Yang's a mover and a shaker. You don't want to miss his channel if you're into comic books or anything pop culture related. Also, he is 1/3 of the awesome show that you should be watching every month, and that is the Nerd Council of Doom with he, myself, and Dungeon Minister. All right. So last week, the party had returned to the city of Horn, having explored the survival shelters of Shop. The town's alive with rumors about the Legion of Gold. While the characters were away, the town of Jefton was burned to the ground, as was Deerold. Nearly all of the inhabitants of both towns were slain, and the rest were captured or managed to escape. Those who were lucky and still lived to tell stories of their valiant retaliation against the Gold Warriors, retaliation that proved to be totally ineffective. Rumors throughout Horn disclose that the Baron has plans to deal with the Golden Menace. As of yet, the details are not known, though naturally speculation on how this feat will be accomplished runs rampant. One rumor tells of a man wearing golden armor being captured north of Mucktown, but no further information is available about this man to you seekers, save what you might hear on the streets and in the taverns. Only the Baron might know the true significance of this discovery. Evidently troubled and indecisive in the face of this threat, he has appealed to the citizenry for help and or information.
We're far beyond the citizenry to the Baron. I say we go back. We done a bunch for him. He's done some things for us, but
Yeah.
let's go settle this at the source.
All right. Sounds like a plan. I'm gonna pick up my plant material that should be dry by now. Has it been the 3 days, or am I still?
It's been 2 days. You've still got 1 day left.
Okay, so it's gotta wait. Okay.
Right. So the first day, you arrived, you gave it to them. Then that same day you went and you fought the insect threat at the farm. And then the second day you guys went to the survival shelters of Shop. So your audience with the Baron is granted. His aides are absolutely satisfied that you're not there to waste time, but to cooperate in the elimination of the danger. So you're taken in to see the Baron. Of course, you recognize him again. And, there's just some kind of preliminary pleasantries. And he says, well, what I tell you here, you must hold sacred and silent. I do not wish to panic the populace. We're at a critical stage. We're on the cusp of dealing with these fiends. And I understand rumors have abounded that we captured one of the Golden Warriors. Unfortunately, I must reveal to you that the individual caught near Mucktown was actually an android. It was in possession of a piece of mysterious gold metal, not gold itself, the scientists at the university tell me. But it's a section of armor or robotroid. Now, I don't want to launch into any of my further plans, but if you agree to investigate the situation and return with any information that you can uncover, I will reward you with weaponry and money. The amount dependent on what information you can recover from me.
Yeah, well, it's quite clear that you bargained with us. We know that. And
of course.
Sort of thing. And we appreciate that. However, I and my friends also appreciate being upfront with things that you know that we might not, for we're the ones in the heat of the battle. Are you hiding anything from us? Anything extra? I mean, you ain't got to pay extra. I just want to know what I'm walking into, man. You got it.
Roll 2d6 and add any modifiers you get for charisma. The dice roller should be working hunky-dory. We used it for digital confetti last night when we had over 200 people watching the show. So,
yeah, nice. The only thing is that I have an ability from a level gain that gives me plus 10 or minus 10% to NPC reaction rolls. So if I roll 2d6, we're gonna have to.
Okay. All right. Yes. Right. Go ahead and do it as a reaction roll then, rather than as a morale check.
Oh, okay. So just roll D%.
Yeah, just do D%, and we'll add 10. So we don't know which is which. So
Oh yeah, it didn't do it, did it? I'm
yeah,
gonna switch dice.
no, that's okay.
Screw
That's
that.
okay. Is it working?
Do you want me to roll that again?
Oh yes, please. I'm sorry.
All right.
I thought the
Let's see if
die
this
roller was
works.
delayed. There we go. Oh yeah.
No.
So let's see. That was 100, and add 10 to it. Yes. So my plan is, once you bring the information to me, to outfit you with weapons and armor from my own personal armory and use you as a strike force against the Legion of Gold. Because while I think we could hold the city of Horn against an attacking force, the small towns, even using our vehicles that I have here, we couldn't react quickly enough to stop them. I need you to find where the Legion of Gold is coming from and then attack them at the source. Reacting to them going to village just leaves us finding destroyed villages.
Yeah, you're right. We've seen that. Matter of fact, that's what we're all about, you know. I want this scourge to be done as much as anyone else. Let's put it that way. I'm sure my friends want the same. We've been walking around with no armor and whatnot for quite a bit, ever since our stuff got destroyed. We can continue to do that, whatever. I'm sure we'll come up with something everybody can agree with.
Well, best of luck to you. And again, I will reward you when you come back.
What do you guys think?
I'm okay with that. I would like to recharge batteries before we head out. I mean, we need to be ready for anything. We're running kind of low.
I agree that we should try to end this golden horde. However, it might be a little easier if we got some of those weaponry rewards ahead of time. I mean, it'd be much easier to come back if we had some extra armor or grenades or something like that.
Let's see. Rex, roll a D%.
A D%.
Yes.
Oop.
Looking for a reaction. How does he react? Does Rex? What is Rex's charisma?
His charisma, it's not bad. It's 15.
15.
And I don't know why, but I have written react +1.
Okay. So he ponders this for a minute and says, "Well, as the lady has asked, I will provide a full recharge for your weaponry." And he kind of looks Rex up and down. He hasn't met you before. He doesn't really know you, Rex, and says, "I think we might have a suit of cured hide that would fit you."
Well,
I will
take what I can get.
Tell me what magazines you need, and I will see that each of you receives a recharged magazine, and this individual receives a suit of armor as we can spare.
Man, that's pretty freaking fantastic. I,
Much appreciated.
yeah, I'll fight all day for you. You do that for me. I got these 12 cells. You want to charge them all
Yeah,
up?
I got 10 I need to charge too.
Okay. He's willing to give you guys like a few cells each. Charging them all would take a long time. They don't have like a Tesla bank of receptacles. So
What?
he wants this he wants this taken care of fairly quickly. As far as Rex, they actually have plant fiber armor and shield. So Rex can be outfitted to effectively armor class 5.
That's pretty
Okay,
good.
so with this, should we say maybe 4 hydrogen cells can be fully charged for each character before we take off, or is there a specific number?
Two for each character. Yeah.
2. Perfect. Thank you.
That's all I got. That needs recharged
Okay.
anyway.
All right. Now he takes you to a large map. It's very worn and flaking along the edges, but it is clearly from pre-cataclysm because it's shiny, almost like a fish scale, like a giant fish scale, like maybe it's got a little bit of plastic, but it has begun to fray at the edges, and there have been red X's painted over obviously ancient places, and blue lines indicate new land formations and so on. But he points to a location on the map and says, so it's here to Mucktown, where I want you to begin, because that is where they found the that is where they found the android, and he indicates. Let's see, guys. Yeah, it's not very far from Horn. In fact, they're the remains of an ancient road that are still used as a sort of trading path between here and Mucktown. And Mucktown is just on the western shore of the massive Lake Gitchigoom. So,
And that would be what, to the northeast from where we're at?
yes, to the northeast from where you're at.
I ain't got no problem going up there. What about you? What else we got? We take Rex to Disney.
What? Okay. Sure, I'll go there.
How
You need me
about you
to?
go there and we just stay here? Is that cool?
Disney, did it somehow survive all this?
We'll talk about that later on. I just sometimes, when I get a little unsure, I just throw things out there, you know.
I
I
don't
think
really
we're all
understand,
about
but
this
sure.
mission. Yeah, we're all about this mission. You got any questions? Talk to the Monday about it. You know what I mean? So is it cool? We got a mission.
Let's do
We're
it.
gonna load out and go. Right on.
I'm good.
All right, so Rex, yeah, this armor is it's very primitive compared to like what you'd worn, and then the thought just kind of goes away. You don't remember what you would have worn, but you don't have to make any special rolls to use it. They fit it to you with straps and so on. So you feel somewhat better protected now.
Well, hopefully this will do it. I mean, how strong could golden robots be?
The Baron
All them robots are strong.
Yeah, robots are not something we want to just take for granted. They're nasty.
Back in my day, golden robots were effeminate and easily knocked over.
I don't think
Yeah,
I've met
they
any
also made
robots.
like 80 a year, as far as I know.
Yep. Well, let's pack our belongings and go. Let's get out of here.
Yeah, for sure. I want to have a little more of this cider that they gave us over at such and such, and call it a night. Load out, you know. We'll take that flick car up there. Shouldn't take too long, you know. Same old, same old.
Okay.
Works.
So, again, are you guys going by surface or are you flying there?
Yeah, generally with the flick car, I mean, I'll open it up. Generally with the flick car, we take we fly, not too high, you know. What is maybe 100 meters, 100 yards good with you guys?
Works for me. Yep.
Yep.
Sure, yeah.
Okay. So, after some travel, you arrive in the city of Mucktown. It is a large, busy agricultural center. There's a big, neatly hand-painted sign, illuminated, that says, "Welcome to Mucktown. Population 988. The biggest little town on the Michigoom." And there's actually flat places within the town where you can park your flick car.
You guys want to pick one or what? Where do we set down?
Park farther away. We don't want to get dinged.
Yeah, but we don't want to get dinged by parking farther away, neither do we?
Let's
I mean,
kind
unless
of
we leave somebody
park
to
in the
watch the
middle
car, you know what I
somewhere.
mean?
That we're like not right on top of someone else, so we don't stand out too much.
What you think, Bennett?
I'm good either way. I am concerned that we'll lose our vehicle because that's happened, but you know.
Yeah, man, I don't want nothing beating on this thing where we can't see it, you know what I mean? I mean, we can always steal something else because that's just how we roll. But this thing's actually kind of cool and it has some utility left to it.
It suits our purposes. I mean, we've had better, we've had worse, so.
Gonzalo asks, do the characters have art? No, I don't have character art for them. This is Gamma World. I know actual human artists. Like, I wouldn't have to use AI slop. But I'm afraid that it's like the miniature thing. Like, I went out and bought and printed up a miniature for Connect's first character. She died. Like literally like 2 weeks after I got the thing printed up. So yeah, I do not have character. Although Doomsword's character, I mean, he's been reduced to 1 hit point before and has kept on ticking. So,
and his face is exactly what he looks like, except he has a tattoo across his forehead that says "Probably Sane," but that is another tale.
Yes, that is another tale. Nordic Maelstrom. If I could have only one tabletop RPG rulebook, which one would I choose? First edition AD&D Dungeon Master's Guide. All right, so you arrive at Mucktown. Vehicle traffic is apparently not so unusual here that people are like, sky chariot or anything like that when you come in and land. You do see that there are town constabulary. There are folks going about their daily business. What do you guys wish to do now that you're in town?
Yeah, well, I'm going to put it down wherever because I never really got a specific answer. I'm going to put it.
I'm sorry. What was the specific question?
No, it was I was asking
group.
my
I see.
companions.
All right.
Right. I'm going to put it down when basically any sort of flying patrol they have tells me to put it down, or as close to the place as possible.
Okay. Alrighty, so there you are in Mucktown. What do you wish to do?
We weren't. This situation with the Golden Warriors isn't sensitive / private, right? We weren't told we have to keep it to ourselves or anything.
He didn't imply that, no.
Okay, so maybe ask around a bit.
Okay.
Unless obviously we see people wearing that stuff, and then we won't.
Yeah, no one's wearing golden armor. In fact, the constabulary here, they have long swords and cured hide armor. And most of them you see are carrying 1 or 2 tech weapons on them. Who are you talking to? Who are you asking about information?
So is there like a perimeter guard, or I mean, are there? Is it open? Can we just go in? Or
Yeah. You absolutely. Well, you've landed in the town, so yes, you didn't jump out of your vehicles and start blasting, so they haven't started blasting you.
Okay.
So anyway, I started blasting.
We'll look for somewhere that has rooms for rent or things to sell and beeline that way.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, there's a market. There's pubs and taverns and that sort of thing. Like I said, there's constables. What do you guys wish to do? Where do you wish to go? You're moving towards a market area?
Yes.
Yeah, but the
Yes,
first
we
thing
are.
I generally do is make my way to a bar.
Okay. There's a pub.
Yeah, I find that the best rumors and feel of the populace comes from within those confines.
Okay. So it's still fairly early in the day, but there are folk. There are a few folks in here. Bartender looks up and what can I get for you, stranger?
Something a bit strong, I'm still trying to wake up.
All right. He brings up a bottle that's actually square on all 4 sides. You've seen these before. They're probably from ancient times, from pre-cataclysm times, but they have very new alcohols in them. So yeah, he pours you a shot and sets it down and says, "So you folks traders, or what's your business?"
Yeah, we're all about on here because of the gold man and all that kind of thing. I grab out a domar and flip it to him onto the bar.
All right.
I heard there might be some happenings around here.
Yeah, well, we've heard about attacks at Jefton and other places. The Baron's all up in arms, but I don't really know about it. All I know is flesh and blood folks come through that door, and I serve them a good drink. He slides you a couple of brass coins back, presumably change for what you've got. They've got They're they look old. They're thin. They're maybe 25 millimeters in diameter. You can just make out through the patina, or patina, excuse me, the patina on the backside of one, in large letters that are just barely visible now because of how worn it is. It says no cash value. And the flip side of it has an equally worn down image of something that looks a bit like the mouse mascot from Disney. Not entirely like it. It does look different. But he treats them as actual currency when he gives you change for your Domar.
Thanks much, partner. What time to pick up around here?
Oh, probably not till tonight. The fishermen will come in, and the folks who work in the shops and whatnot. They'll finish up their business, and things will get busy then.
You mind if I take a nap over there in the corner? I'll be dead tired.
Ha! Not at all. Go right ahead.
I'll keep paying. Bring me one an hour, man.
Very well, sir. All right. So that's what Probably Sane is doing. What is Bennett doing? Hey, Bennett.
Yeah.
You do the chopper.
Bennett's going to go up and pull out his crazy straw and ask him if he has a drink appropriate for this consumption method.
Yeah. Oh, that's kind of interesting there, mister. I suppose if it's a hollow tube, you could drink anything you want from it.
How about something citrus? I don't know. Do you have something citrus?
If
it's grenadine, I'll kill you.
Yeah. No, I don't have any kind of grenades I'd ask you to drink, mister. I've got... All right, I'm at a loss. What is citrus, mister?
Yeah, it's kind of tangy, you know. I don't know. You have something I can just drink that isn't going to make me loopy?
Oh, sure. He picks up a glass, and you hear kind of a fooshing sound, and he turns around and sets a tall glass of water in front of you.
Well, there you go. Perfect.
There you go.
Put my straw in it, start drinking.
Gonzalo wants to know who Kevin was out last week, so he's back. Bennett.
Yes.
All right. Kennick, what is Monday doing?
She's going to ask the barkeep if there's like any herbalists or medical shops around the area that I could visit.
Oh yeah. There's the town clinic. You feeling under the weather?
I just like to prepare just in case.
All right, yeah. Just look for the big white building with the red cross and the snake climbing up a stick on it.
Okay, much appreciated, sir.
And Yang, what is Rex doing?
I think so. You said Rex more or less knew where he was when he went into the cryo, whatever, right?
Yeah, but that's like that knowledge is not helping you at all here. I tell you what, give me give me a percentile roll. We'll just keep it to percentiles.
Okay.
Yeah, nothing here looks like southeast Wisconsin, so you're not really able to put a finger on where you might or might not be.
I think he is going to ask around and see if he can sort of figure out the lay of the land around that area. Asking for prominent places, and so he can maybe figure out where these golden things would hide.
Okay, so as far as that goes, there's a few major landmarks. There's a big zone of radiation where there was once a city before the cataclysm. It's many kilometers to the north. There's also one many kilometers to the south. And yeah, well, Horn is the capital of the barony, and there's other villages. There's Fort Atson, and there's Jefton, which apparently got destroyed, and Witter, and Devon, and Jen City, and Port Munster, and there's the village's shop. There's stuff further to the west, but I have never been out that way. Besides, there's a zone of radiation to the southwest. I like to avoid that if I can. And, you got Lake Gitchigoom here. They call it a lake, honestly. I think it just goes to the end of the earth myself. I think it's part of the great endless sea. But there's sailors that say that they can see land on the far side of it. I don't know.
Well, thanks. Let me buy you a drink. What do you recommend?
Oh, for me, sir? Well, thank you very much. It's early enough in the day. I'll probably just have a cider. He taps himself one and holds his hand out.
All right. Rex will pay for that.
Bennett points at it and says, "Hey, that's what I wanted."
Well, why didn't you say that? You said you didn't want anything that would make you woozy.
Oh, that's that kind. Oh, okay. Good idea. Yeah. I don't
yell
want
at me in my own bar. All right, so a few people come in and file out, and as you discuss with them, MS wants to know, do these episodes exist in podcast form? MS, no, they do not currently, but if you subscribe to me over on YouTube, and you just search for Gamble World, and you will find every episode going all the way back to when we started playing, which was over a year ago now, with almost a completely different cast of players. So let's see.
Reminder. I
I'm sorry.
apologize.
No, go ahead.
Yes, but my character is now. He was begun on 7/29/22. So he is now over 2 years ago.
Just over 2 years
2
ago.
years
Yeah,
ago.
that's right. It's been a minute or two. Okay, so yeah, most people in here are just concerned with the safety of their own town. They don't really know anything about Golden Warriors, but at some point later in the afternoon, after you've had 3, they're probably sane, a couple of members of the local constabulary come in. And they're not really rousting anybody, they're just in, just having a look around, just on their patrol. They talk in a friendly way to the barman. You guys are keeping your tabs paid, so that's certainly acceptable, for you to be there. They overhear you talking to various civilians about this. And one of them comes and says, if you want to know about this, well, the head of the constables will be more than happy to talk to you.
Would he now? See, I usually stop in the bar first. That's kind of my modum operantius, if you know what I mean.
I think I do, sir, but if you want to come, it's at the center of the town.
That That'd be my pleasure. He does this for everybody.
Oh well, we're just concerned about about the Golden Warriors.
Yeah, man, I'm concerned too. Hell yeah, I'll go with you. I got some companions here. We gotta ask them too.
Oh, of course, of course.
Yo, Bennett Rex. What's up?
Oh, yeah. So, as outsiders, will your constables be more or less reluctant to speak to us about stuff? Seems like at least our, bartender here seems to think it's no big deal.
Okay. Well, when you arrive there, the head of the police is grateful that you have finally come to see him, and he explains to the fullest extent the details of what's going on. He says, so the android was found along the shores of the Great Michigan, about 10 kilometers north of here. It was moving north. It was very obviously a machine, and when the constable subdued it, it was brought back here, and well, I questioned it. Normal means of interrogation didn't work, so based on advice from some of the more scientifically inclined, we used a mnemonic drainer. Unfortunately, however the ancient tech worked or didn't, it caused it to shut down. But we did get a lot of information from its brain before it was destroyed. It seems the thing was on a mission some way connected with the Golden Warriors. The data so scrambled we couldn't exactly tell. It was carrying a golden breastplate with the word Reaper carved into it. And according to the mind probe, it was returning to its home base, which it called Samurai. It's about 20 meters along the north coast there. If you're willing to investigate, we'll be more than happy to send a few deputies with you.
Man, I always just need to know where they are. I want to talk to my friends, though, because sometimes they be a little more perceptive than I do.
Sure. Of course. Like I said, I can spare a couple of men.
Yeah, man, I'll go wherever. You got a little area where we can speak in?
Sure. You can use one of the trial rooms right over here. He points to an area with a raised bench and sort of a podium and a couple of seats to the either side of it. And you've seen this kind of place before in areas where justice isn't just at the end of a rope or a laser pistol.
Right on. You guys want to go over here and talk for a bit?
Yeah.
Sounds good.
All right, so what do you think?
Well, I like the idea of the deputies. Human wave attacks are usually the best.
Yeah, they're probably going to get used as cannon fodder. Anybody got a problem with that? I mean, I ain't going to intend for that to happen. I'll be right up there with them. But they probably ain't coming back.
You don't happen to know a friend of mine, Blue October, do you, Rex?
I'm afraid I don't. You saw me come out of the machine.
Yeah, I just seemed kind of got some Blue October type of feeling out of that. Thought maybe you were comrades.
Comrades?
That's a word he used. I don't know.
I don't know.
No comrades.
I had plenty of Shongdi before I was put into the machine, but I don't know anyone in this time except for
Ah,
you guys.
well, that's gonna have to be enough,
Shung
I
D,
guess.
is that a drink?
What? I had plenty
Never
of
mind.
friends. I guess comrades would be a
Okay.
word you could use, but if that's the word you use in the future.
Man, I don't know nothing. I just need to know if we're supposed to go do this.
So he says they found that, and we're gonna go over there and look. But maybe we should, if they let us take a look at it, we know what we're looking for.
Right, it kind of seems to me like maybe we should just be like, hey, we'll go check it out ourselves, you know what I mean?
Well, I'm wondering too, is it possible that we could wear its outer armor so that someone could possibly disguise himself and get closer?
Man, I don't know about that. Maybe, but it's big, right? And they gotta be smart. I mean, I tell you what, you put it on, you go in there, I'll watch your back, you know what I mean? I ain't
Well, I
making
mean,
no promises, though.
if we get them to open the door by someone wearing it, we can send those uh, deputies or whatever he said they were that are going to go with us. We can send them in first and draw out the rest of the robots.
Yeah, but that requires using the deputies. That's what I'm getting at. Do we want to bring these guys with us? Or do we want to operate alone like we usually do? Because, see, we operate alone. We don't like anybody over our shoulder. I mean, unless we do. That's
Well,
what I'm asking.
in my time we never really had to fight robots, so I
Man,
think
your time is every time that there ever was that sucked. That's all I know about you.
all right, if you say so. We had these great food called chorts. They were fruit-filled pies. It was delicious. But
Ugh.
but if you think it's best, I mean, I've never fought these things before, so
Me either. But anything that's a troublemaker like this, I think, is worthy trying to figure out how to fight. So yeah, let's just decide whether we're gonna have these deputies help us out or not, and then get on the road. There really is no reason to stick around this place.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I mean, if we bring them with us, you know they're going to report everything back. I'm cool with that if you are. I mean, I just don't know. Like, I'm not cool with that. But if you are, I'll be cool with that. You know what I mean?
Well, maybe we'll do a scouting effort just to kind of see where we're going and what's there, and we'll come back and decide whether it's worthwhile to have these things with us or against us or
Right.
whatever.
And that's what we'll tell him. We'll tell him. We'll tell him, hey, we appreciate it. We'd like to scout ahead, assess the severity of the situation, and then come back and let him know, right? If we get stuck out there for a while because we want to explore a little farther and grab some stuff, then we do that.
Yeah. So I guess we'll go back in the other room and tell him that, like he said. That
Yeah, let's do it.
when we're discussing it with them, Bennett is going to ask if they still have the parts they found, or if that got sent elsewhere.
Well, the golden plate got sent back to the city of Horn. Otherwise, it had fairly normal clothing on. He says, if you want to see the android body, you can.
Yeah, I just want to know what we're looking for, what we should be looking out for. Well, it was unfriendly when you found it.
Yes, it resisted.
Okay.
My deputies asked it to stop and tried to speak, and it grabbed a piece of metal rubble nearby and began to attack them.
Oh,
Fortunately, they were able to restrain it, and we brought it here, and we wanted to use the mnemonic circuit to read its mind and hopefully reason with it, but well, something went wrong and it's not alive anymore.
yeah, just as well. I'd like to see it just so I know what to look out for.
Okay. He takes you to the local medical clinic, where you guys bump into Monday. Kedek, they only have medical supplies for sale. They're not willing to give you anything.
Okay.
Are you looking for something specific? I'm just going to go ahead and cut you off. They do not have Medikit recharges there.
That's fine. Do they have like the powders in that do some hit points?
They have um, a strength 14. Basically, it's a cure dose powder. And I'm trying to think. Let me see what that might.
Cure
What that?
nose.
Yes, cure nose. I need that, by the way. I don't know if you guys can tell. Okay. My nose gets to her in 5 minutes before I do. I have the classical Roman nose. It's been roaming all over my face since I was born. All right, so we are looking for medical sense all the way back down here where I was before.
And you said it was intensity.
13.
I will. Yeah, it's intensity 13.
Okay, thank you.
But let me tell you exactly what it is. So they have a pain reducer for sale, and they have a couple of cure in dose, which negate the effect of any poison or drug, and that's what they're willing to sell. And those are 100 domar each.
That's a little outside of the price of my blood here. So
The pain reducer, how does that work, or how many hit points does that?
So what the
with?
pain reducer does is it lets you sustain an additional hit point of damage for every point of constitution you have for a limited time. Let me see here. Pain reducer.
So what? That's like 10 hit points potentially.
Yeah. So when this drug is administered, the recipient will feel no pain for 4 hours and will be able to sustain 1 extra hit point for each point of your constitution. When it wears off, you lose those additional hit points and you'll die if you don't have any hit points remaining. So like if you nominally have 30 hit points and your constitution is 17 and you take 47 points of damage in that 4 hour, or 46 points of damage in that 4 hour period, you're still going. You're still going on that last little ragged bit. But at the end of that 4 hours, if you haven't received additional healing, you drop dead. Your body catches up with it, and you can no longer write checks on that account.
Oh, great.
puts a timer in the rules.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, you guys should each get
Like
one and
artificial
take it, and I'm
adrenaline.
cool.
You know,
They don't have
in
any
all
healing
honesty,
powders.
yeah, I'm going to take one of those simply because I'm not too constitutionally capable.
Do you have 100 domars to spend?
I do. I have 165, 167.
Okay.
So
That is the one that they have. So you've bought the one that they have.
all right.
I would have done the same. Sweet.
And then they have the 2 cure-in doses, which neutralize any poison. There was something else about the cure-in dose.
Is it
Any
different
poison
than
or
my-
drug, which means potentially. So here's the thing with the cure-in. Kevin, you could take the pain reducer, be well in the time window, then you get poisoned, somebody hits you with a cure-in,
And that drug's gone.
and that drug's gone. Exactly.
Good timing. Yeah, don't do that.
Yeah.
It's an expensive version of, soup, I guess, in some cases.
Buy one of these just to screw with the other player.
Yeah.
So let me know when you take that, so I'm aware of that fact. Just let me know.
It's a menudo dose. So if you get drunk, you can take this and you're not drunk anymore.
Okay.
So how is the toxin different than the doses that I had created?
The cure-in dose? The cure-in dose... Yours will work on up to strength 13. The cure-in dose doesn't matter. Any potency of poison or drug.
Okay. And you said that's 100?
Yes. And they have 2
I
of
will.
those.
Oh, okay. I'll buy them both. I have the Domars.
Okay. They appreciate your donation to the hospital.
Yeah, it almost kind of seems like yours is organic, theirs is synthetic.
Yeah.
Yeah, theirs
I
is
just
theirs
filled it
is
from the plant.
pre-cataclysm. It is self-contained in its own auto-hypo. You literally pop a cap off, press one end to you, and push the other end, and it's delivered. Your powder is like, hold his nose, tilt his head back, push his tongue out of the way, and dump it there, and it'll get into his bloodstream.
Atropine. Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. So what about the android? What do we see there? And it's like, well, this is all great and glad to do business with you, but I came here to see an android.
It looks like other synthetics you've seen before. Just pale Caucasoid. There's like a couple of notable burned marks on its temples. You think that's where the mnemonic drainer was attached? It's,
No special markings or paint or anything that kind of give it any kind of
No.
special.
No.
Okay. Is it anatomically correct?
Yes.
Okay, so I saw this in Star Trek.
Did you want to do anything about that?
No. I actually don't even. Once I notice, I'm like, yeah, okay. So there's extra. There's a little extra danger there. Sure.
So do we take this to mean that the androids wear some sort of anthropomorphic exo suit? Like this was the guy in the suit, right?
He was wearing the golden breastplate, yeah. But he was not wearing like a full set of gold armor.
Okay, but he at least had a piece of it on him, which
Right, and that had Reaper carved into it.
Sure.
Reaper miniature surely expanded since I last knew them.
Well, I don't know, man. I'd almost wager if we see one of these things, we got one of these things inside it.
Yeah, which isn't great news because these things are troublesome, at least my understanding.
Yeah, well, if they bleed synthetic blood, they die.
Have you guys ever seen a friendly version of these?
No, not ever.
Okay, so
Not even, they pretend to be friendly? But you know, there's that thing behind the cybernetic brain, which lets you know that they got something else going on. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I guess so.
They
So
used to make them friendly. I remember one we would use for translating between people of different countries and
did
sometimes interfacing with computers for diagnostic purposes.
That's cool.
did
Well,
they
let
ever
me tell
start
you
any
something.
wars by mistranslating
I,
stuff?
I remember like
Oh, that
three
would be
Rexes.
crazy.
So until he remembers all the versions of himself that I remember, his opinion don't matter.
He knows you better than you know you.
Well, I know 2, I think. Maybe 3.
I can make up anything about it I wanted to about the first one, and everybody would just believe it now, wouldn't they?
Hey,
I have no way to discount it. That's for sure.
you're a very strange person there. Probably.
That's why I'm probably saying
Well,
Probably not sane.
in this world, what is sane?
death.
So, well, damn, that was kind of disheartening. I was hoping maybe we could get something useful, but maybe it's time to go searching.
Yeah,
And you know, look at the map again before we leave to make sure that we're going to the right place, since we're not being escorted.
exactly.
All right. So the only question left is then, are you guys taking the 2 deputies with you?
Not
You
for the
don't have
scouting
to.
run.
Okay.
Yeah, right. So the entire point, Bill, is that we've decided that we want to approach the guy and say,
Sure.
"Hey, listen, you know, we're gonna go scout it out first. You know what I mean? I wouldn't want to get you guys killed, and you know, we're a little more resilient. So we're gonna go scout it out. We'll come right back, let you know what's needed in terms of reinforcements."
Okay. So, yeah, he indicates on the map for you, and it is a considerable walk. You're gonna be on foot, maybe um, th- in one direction. You're looking at if you really press it, maybe 3 days.
Should we not take the flick car then?
And that's up to you guys as players to decide.
Yeah, you guys want to take the car? You want to walk? You find is one way better than the other? I'd rather not hoof it if I don't have to, but you know, maybe there's something I ain't considered.
Now, I think walking with the hazards that are in this area, this kind of area, I think we're better just taking the shortest time route. Not to
Yeah,
Yeah,
mention,
that'd be the car.
we got to
if
eat.
there's
Last I read the
if there's
gauge, it was like
robots.
last I read the gauge, it was 186.
Yep. I mean, if there's robots, though, I don't think we can outrun them. We might be able to outfly them.
Yeah,
Just saying.
we'll outfly them or die trying.
Yeah, I think we want to. Let's take the car. Let's not hoof it this time.
Yeah, we can always drop down like we usually do just outside the place that we want to explore. You know, minimize the noise, come up all in stuff like.
All right. Well, I guess yeah. Let's get going. We're looking to leave now.
I'm good.
Let's do it.
Okay, so you travel in the flit car one direction for about, you travel to the point where they say the android was picked up. That doesn't take that long. That's like maybe, well, how fast are you guys going? You can go up to 200 kilometers an hour. You really put that.
Yeah, what I try to do is put it in that that range of either maximum slow or about half maximum speed at a higher altitude. You know, I can't remember exactly what it was.
So to not
I try to burn
blow
about 75% battery.
Okay. So to not blow past this, you figure going 50 kph. So it's going to take you really not that long. It'll take you about a half an hour to get to a point where you see a cliffside ruins along the shore there, and that is about 20 kilometers past the point where you encountered the android. So that you think must be where it was headed.
Okay, that's great. And actually, that 30 kilometers per or 50 kilometers per hour was what I figured to be the sweet spot. So we can use that as when I mark off the hours on the character sheet.
Okay.
You guys see that over there? Look, an opening.
Well, it's a cluster of raised and destroyed houses, melted plastic and stone rubble, but it stands out because it's that and nothing, and no other structures.
Oh, right. I'll slow down the vehicle, allow the others to look.
Okay.
Any movement, or is it just seem abandoned?
I mean, it seems abandoned. You might, you might look around, but that's up to you. As you continue to go, a few minutes past that, unless you're stopping, you guys tell me.
Well, I determined to hover for a second, but if nobody picked out anything particularly interesting, I'll continue.
Not from this altitude. You'd have to like go down and actually look.
Yeah, let's stop and check it out. Maybe there's some clue in there, right? Maybe we'll find out what kind of weapons these guys have or something.
Man, I just drive the boat. You tell me where to drop it. You know what I mean?
Okay, so is there some place that's clear enough for the car to land in outside of the perimeter of the town, or what used to be the town?
Village, yeah, whatever. there's enough open land on the bluff overlooking the town. You can.
That sounds actually perfect. Because then we can kind of watch our car while we're there.
Right, I like.
Yeah,
it.
Let's do it right there, pointing out the top of the bluff.
Got it, man. I'll sail over that way and let the car down at that point.
Okay. Yeah, there's a good amount of buildings here. Most of the lower floors of the ruins seem to be choked with sand. Doors are halfway open. And there's sand, there's sprigs of seagrass growing up here and there, buildings with their roofs missing and so on. You guys going to search around or?
Sure.
All right.
Yeah, seems reasonable. We'll totally set the car down, get out, leave it running or whatever. And scope this out, I think.
All right.
Yeah, definitely search it.
Yeah. So every once in a while, Bennett's gonna look back at the car to see if there's any shenanigans.
There are no shenanigans. Bennett, sticking up out of the ground, you see a plastic box, a sealed plastic box.
Okay, I'll inspect it. Any cables or anything coming out of it, or it's completely contained?
No, it is. It's got a very simple latch and hinge on it.
I'll tell the others. I'll say, stand back. I'm going to see what this is. Might not be friendly. There's no scorch marks or anything around here?
I mean, some of the buildings have like holes melted in them and that sort of thing, but there's nothing recent.
Okay. So, yeah, I'll see if I can open the latch.
With a little bit of fiddling, it pops open, and neatly arranged in trays are nails of various length. They have a little bit of moisture-induced rust on them, but they seem to be of a pretty durable alloy. You're not sure. It looks like there's maybe a 100 or so nails of various length.
So they're sticking into the plastic box, or they're on a belt, or...
No, they're arranged in little trays, according to size.
Oh. Okay. I'll point out, say, have you guys seen anything like this? Know what these are for? And kind of show everybody. Does the tray come out, or is it part of the box?
No, the tray comes out.
Okay.
You can lift it up. There's a little bit of space underneath it, but there's nothing in that space.
Yeah, so I'll show it to Rex and say, hey, any clue what this is?
Does he recognize it?
They're nails.
Yes. They're nails. You can use them to have things stick around if you nail them into a solid surface.
Well, then, if it's to stick stuff around, Bennett has to have it. So,
okay,
he's gonna put them in a pouch. Put the
stick
tray
around.
Exactly. He's gonna put it back in a pouch.
So you're channeling your
Hey Bennett, stick around.
Exactly.
Okay. So each of you, as you look around, probably sane, you find what appears to be a highly polished metal bowl of some kind. The inside of it is dull, and facing the inside of it, there's this kind of chamfered lip with metal tabs. It's got a couple of dents in it, but it's maybe 200 millimeters in diameter, slightly curvilinear, and has a strange symbol pressed into the metal in the center of it. You're not sure what that might be for.
I love it, and I'm taking it.
There you go. That's fine. Is Rex looking around?
Oh yeah.
Rex, you find a pair of scissors. They're sharp. The blades themselves seem to be in good condition. The screw holding them together is rusted, so you'd have to grease it and give it some TLC. But there you go.
Like a regular pair of scissors, or like cuticle scissors?
They're the good scissors.
Oh, well, Rex is
wait.
keeping these.
Are those pinking shears?
No, they're not pinking
Okay,
shears.
yeah, don't touch them if they're pinking shears.
Yeah.
Nice.
All right, and finally, because Monday, are you looking around? Let me ask you.
Oh, heck yes, I am.
Okay. Monday, you also find a plastic box that is in very good condition.
It's Christmas. I'm opening it.
Okay. Inside of the plastic box, and it's pretty small. It's about the size of the palm of your hand. There's a fine. There are these fine blue-green beads. You're not exactly sure what they are. They're not as fine as sand. They're definitely big enough that you can roll them individually. Each one is maybe a quarter the size of a grain of rice, if not a little smaller. And they're all uniform, the same diameter.
And
Has kind of an earthy smell when you pop the lid off the box.
Ooh. So how many are there, please?
thousands. They're
thousands.
tiny.
Oh,
They're
okay.
tiny. It's one
Okay.
little box and it's full of these beads. They're tiny beads, like
Okay.
really tiny. Like I said, maybe quarter the size of a grain of rice, if not smaller.
Okay. I am going to put the lid back on and secure it as best as I can, and I'm taking it.
Alrighty. There you go. That is all. I mean, everything else, it's just, rebar sticking up through ancient ferrocrete. There's rusted bits of metal and plastic here and again. Determining what each individual building might have been used for is kind of beyond your ken. You're not really sure.
And all these scars look like they're not anytime recent. They're all ancient.
Yeah, the years. You're not sure about ancient, but yeah, it's years.
Okay. All right. Well, shit. I was hoping there'd be something useful here, aside from these nails.
Oh, would you guys like an android?
Not yet.
I said
The
useful.
sand erupts, death machine comes out. Roll up new characters, guys.
We've done that before.
Yeah. No, it's nothing like that.
So is there like tracks or anything like that may give us a lead on which direction they came from or they went?
Nope. They're just the shoreline, and it leads further to the north.
Let's hop back in the car and continue unless you guys got another plan.
Yeah, I see no
Sounds
reason
like
to stick around here.
Me neither.
All right. Getting back in the flit car, you move, I mean, literally just a few minutes up the beach, maybe a couple of kilometers at most. You get to against the bluff there, you see an ancient ruined staircase that leads down the cliffs to a small stretch of seaweed covered beach.
Oh, look there. I slow down the car. Look at that.
Yeah, I'll follow the stairs down with my eyes to see if there's anything special there other than the beach.
From this altitude, no, you can't really see anything.
Oh, damn it.
Man, I'm
These
gonna
damn
sit
eyes.
down out here.
Okay.
Yeah, it looks like there's a spot right there, you know?
All right. Let's check it out.
Okay, so carved into the top of each stair, there is a circle, and crossing it are two swords that they're narrow and curved, and they're crossing in the middle of each circle. Are you continuing to follow the stairs down?
First off, I think it's reasonable to mark off 2 hours off the
Okay.
foot card. Does that sound about right?
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, I'm just trying to keep track of it without being obtrusive.
No.
we're-
Thank you.
There's two of us keeping track just to be on the safe side.
You'd have my guess if you didn't ask. So, and that might not necessarily be the most favorable thing for you guys.
So does it get dark as it goes down the stairs?
Well, you'll have to go down the stairs for me to tell
does it
you
seem
that.
to get darker? I mean, it doesn't.
Do you
it's
seem
not
to go
all
down the
way down.
stairs?
I'm looking down the stairway. Does it get dark? Looking
It
down.
goes down.
Okay.
They go back and forth. You'll have to go down.
They're
Alright.
outdoors. They're outdoor stairs, right? Bill?
Well,
They're outdoors?
they go back into the cliff.
Oh, well, that's new. All right. Damn.
Hey, probably. You may need to use your goggles as we get farther in if we don't have a light source.
Hey,
yeah, I
Bashaker,
can.
thank you so much. $20 super from Bashaker. Thank you so
I
much.
mean, I guess Bennett don't have no right.
I can
put
light
a-
it up, but not the way you want it lit up.
Right, not the way nobody in front of you wants.
Right.
Yeah, I'll put on the snoopers and see what's up. All right, keep me covered, all right?
Yep.
I don't
I'll.
expect no problems, but I'm gonna walk
Yeah,
down
we
a
got you
good
covered.
bit.
I mean, you and I, we've been through a lot.
I put my right hand on his left shoulder and follow him in.
Okay. When you reach the bottom of the stairs, you are standing even with the beach. There's you're in a semicircular recess in the cliff wall. There's nothing behind you can see except the lake, and to either side the cliffs reach out around you, almost to the water, and then swing back out of sight. And as you round the cliff corner, you are standing before a dark cavern of unknown depth. Let's see. Did you go alone, or are you guys following him up?
Oh,
I know Kev said he
I'm
had
going with him.
his hand on my shoulder.
Pulling up the
Okay.
rear.
All right.
I mean, I guess we all got to kind of stay attached since I'm the only one who can see, unless Rex can see.
Okay.
Probably not.
I'm gonna kind of be on the side though. You know, if there's enough room on these stairs that we can go like two abreast, I'll go kind of more towards the wall.
Okay, so that's that. Just need to check a couple things real quick here, guys. Oh dear.
How much radiation we're getting there?
Yes, exactly. Okay, so probably and Bennett and Monday, 5 quills fire out of the darkness at you. Let's see. Oof. So probably you are struck by one of the quills. The thing is huge. That is 11 points of damage. And what is your constitution?
It would be a 17.
I don't think this is going to affect you then, but I need to double check.
I've been up against these guys before.
So, yeah, no, you don't take any from that. Here we go. These are 2 more firing at Bennett. Hey, Bennett, stick around. What is Bennett's armor class, please?
It is a 1.
It is a 1. All right, so...
Nice.
Due to height and dexterity.
Yeah, I wish I had that.
1. All right, so both of those miss you, and this last one is fired at Monday. And Monday's armor class, please.
3.
3. That will hit you. And your constitution.
17.
All right. You do not take any poison damage. You do, however, take 9 points of damage.
Okay.
Jerking your head in the direction of the quills, probably, you see that crouching there is a Horal Chew that has fired the quills at you. It emerges from the cavern. So you may act now, probably before initiative. Are you going to shoot at it or what?
Yeah, as a matter of fact, I mean, if it's reasonable, I'm going to use that fusion rifle that I picked
Oh,
up.
absolutely. If that's what you wish to use.
Yeah, I'm going to use that fusion rifle. It only has 5 shots left, but screw this guy.
Okay.
He put a little bit of a hurting on me, and it could be much worse.
Yes. And for you guys that want to know, a Horal Chew is a strange black plant which, when viewed from a distance, looks like a lumpy porcupine with extremely long quills. There are 3-meter long spear-like stems that it can fire, and has a limited form of mobility. All right, so go ahead and take your shot.
Yeah, that dude just shoots javelins into you.
Yeah.
Horrible. All right, that's a 16 with a weapon class of 16.
Yeah, that absolutely hits. So that's 2 beams of intensity 18 radiation that hit it. Now we need to look and see. Chew. So that is that many hit dice with that intensity of radiation.
Yeah, I've never tried a rod weapon.
Okay, well, your
hit
first
mine.
time using it, it is exceptionally satisfying because it just kind of boils and sort of twitches and then collapses into corruption just right before you. Just
Nice,
Oh, yeah, that's
probably.
awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, I need to save that for something else. I'm
Yeah,
going back
it
to
had
laser
a
pistol.
it had a really high constitution, but I mean, it's a strength 18. It's 2 strength 18 radiation bursts. So yeah, it ceases to be
All right.
not a Pikachu, a Horal Chew, Yang. Okay, so yeah, that's Monday, you and probably Sane have a couple of these javelin spears stuck in you.
I'm going to carefully extract them so
Okay.
I don't cause additional damage.
Yeah, that's easy enough to do. Okay, as you round the corner near this area, you see a short section of unlit tunnel carved into the cliffs. And you can see with your with your snoopers there that they lead into a small cubicle room.
There's a room beyond. I'll go first. Stay right behind me.
If you can
I
find,
don't want you guys to get stuck.
yeah,
I,
if you can find a light source, that would be great.
I'll keep my hand on his shoulder, ready to
Yeah.
eye
light
anything that
source would
gets
be
in our way.
indeed.
Maybe we can burn this plant thing.
This plant thing has already been largely burned.
All right, I'll move
mean,
into that.
You really ought to get us some sticks and make them into torches.
You figured this out 2 years later?
Hey, we don't go into dark areas that much.
That's true.
There's enough stuff on the surface that kills us, you know.
Okay, so are you going into the metal cube beyond?
Absolutely.
Okay. The walls, floors, and ceiling of this room are coated with a silver-colored metal. Engraved in the back wall are the letters Samurai, and there is a metal flap that is closed.
Wasn't there something about samurai with the guy, the android?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So,
And where's this metal flap?
It's on the wall beneath the letters. It's at about waist height.
Okay, so it's about waist tall. We go in there on the wall directly opposite us.
Mm-hmm.
It says samurai or whatever. And then underneath that, about waist height, there's a metal flap of some sort. Is that correct?
Uh-huh.
You guys got any ideas?
I have no idea what that is.
I don't know, man. I just feel like opening it, you know?
Yeah.
Well, take
We're
the
here.
taser and poke it. See if it
Hey,
opens.
whoever smelt it, dealt it. Go for it Monday.
I can't see. You're the only one that can see.
You want to borrow 'em?
Nah. You're faster than anything else I can do, so if it's bad, I mean, you're gonna be able to take care of it first.
Man, you guys got something to poke it with?
I could shoot it with a crossbow. I do have a spear.
I
Use
do
the
have that
spear.
mystery golf club that was in my inventory.
I can poke it with the golf club. I can poke it with the spear. We can shoot it with the crossbow.
He'll hand you
What
the
do you
golf club.
think?
Take the golf club.
Man. Alright. Whatever. I'll grab that golf club from him. And,
Okay.
Kind of crouch down and get towards that metal plate and kind of reach out as far as I can and poke it.
It's a putter.
Like jab it.
It's a putter.
Of course it is.
Well, it's better than a sandwich.
Berserk.
All right.
You lose 100
So
hit points.
you lift it up. You do not lose 100 hit points. However, everyone, you feel a painful jolt shock through your body, and you all lose 5 hit points.
Oh, gee.
What the heck?
And
You're
that's
all
what you get for
jolted
not
by
helping out.
electricity.
I knew it was electricity. Man, why couldn't you give me like a wood?
Well, you
Like a
could have taken the
3 wood.
spear. That was wood.
Yeah, but it has a metal point.
Everybody
doesn't
takes
hook at the end.
another painful jolt of electricity for 5 points of damage.
Where's
Oh,
it coming
no.
from?
Stop talking.
I'm looking around.
Everywhere. Like you're standing on the floor. It's like coming into the floor. It feels like it's coming
Okay.
through the floor.
Let's back out of this room.
Yes.
Yeah,
Run
and-
away!
And that's still happening. Like if I'm not touching it, the
Yes, that is correct.
right. So I don't even have to be touching it for that to happen.
Right.
I'm
Just-
out.
Time passes, you get shocked.
Yeah, that hurt.
Time
Yeah.
passes, you get shocked.
Yeah. I'm out.
But you did see when you lifted it, it was one of those card slots.
Okay.
There are card slots everywhere. What is the deal with this? I look at Rex. Really? This was your stuff.
I mean, look, it's easier than carrying a belt full of keys.
I've got keys. I would be perfectly happy with keys.
Jingling all around everywhere you go? No. It's much easier to swipe.
Didn't you have things that could like scan like your hands or your face or something?
I mean, like, sure, if you were super rich or something.
So now that we're out of the room, are we still getting shocked?
No, now that you've moved back into the hallway, you haven't.
Is it? I'm
You
looking
haven't
at the
received
floor. Is it different? Is the floor in the room?
Yeah, the floor in the room is shiny metal.
Okay. Well, damn.
Well, I do have a chemical grenade. We could try blowing that up. I'd hate to waste it on this, but
we don't know where the charge is coming from, right? It could be anywhere.
Yeah, I mean, is there additional rooms or anything else like that we can explore first before we
you
go
didn't see
blowing stuff
anything.
up? Okay.
I'm gonna go back and pick up some of the goo, and I'm gonna toss it in the room and see if it starts smoking or bubbling or making weird noises.
Some of what goo?
The Hortal Chort that we killed.
Oh, the Horrel Chew? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you okay.
I just want to find out if it's still happening, even though we're not in there.
You can tear off some of its planty flesh after a little bit of work and toss it in and splut.
Right. So
doesn't start to sizzle or anything like that.
Interesting. So it knows we're in there, or something knows we're in there somehow.
And as you said, Rex has a grenade.
Yeah. I mean, sure. Use the grenade. I'm going to back away.
I will
back
point
down the
out
hall.
too
Me too.
that the Mark V, there is a thing in the description in the rule book that tells you how much of a wall or a door it can destroy. I'm just saying. So you want me to throw the grenade then?
Yeah, I mean, or something. I mean, how much of the floor can the Mark
Yeah.
V destroy? I mean, that's where I'm standing, right? Even if you blow the door up, I'm not sure I could step in there and survive for very long.
All right.
Kind
Well,
of walking
everyone's
back to the stairs. just to be
everyone
safe.
stand back.
Oh
So-
yeah.
Rex will take it out. He'll pull the pin, toss that thing, and then duck back behind the door, out of the room. To
Okay.
and yep.
That is going to be let's see. So you're ducking out of the room.
Chemical explosive grenade.
It's a chemical explosive grenade. Okay. Go ahead and roll 10d6, please.
Okay.
And we are looking at 33 points. There's a thunderclap and a bang. You are all temporarily deafened because the force and sound of the explosion is focused right down the hallway you're all standing in. When the dust clears, the metal in the room is scuffed up, but there does not appear to be any damage here.
Damn.
Rex will give everyone a thumbs up.
Pretty sure that probably broke that Genevieve convection, but we're gonna check that out anyway.
You want the golf club?
Well, maybe we should switch to the spear now.
Is there anything around here that is non-conductive? I mean, when we were being shocked, uh, did we see bolts or did we
No.
just feel it?
No, you just felt it.
Okay. Yeah, damn. I don't. You know what? I'll sit on top of my beetle shell shield,
Okay.
and I'll use the spear as a paddle, and I'll paddle my way to that door.
It takes you a long time to scrub across there, because you're scooting along on your carapace shield, and right about the time you get over to the door, you take 5 points of damage.
Yeah, I'm standing up and running out.
Okay.
So beetle carapace doesn't help. Just in case anybody wants an answer to the question if that ever came up. Maybe that Mark V blaster is where we go with this.
Honestly,
Yeah, I don't know. That's the only way out of here, huh?
Well, I mean, we can go back the way we came and just move on, but
Shogun
we're
or Shadowrun or whatever it says on the door.
Samurai.
Samurai. There you are. Yeah, that thing. Right?
Ding dong.
That was like a clue, I thought. Wasn't it?
Yeah, I thought so too. What if you just run at it, right? And you just slide along the floor and pass right through, and I'll follow behind you.
Yeah, I'm kind of a little bit worse for wear. I don't know how many more of these shocks I could take.
Yeah, we're
Yeah,
kind of
I'm
hurt.
pretty toast too, man, to be honest with you.
Maybe
This
we
one
should
hurts.
to put this in our note to come back to.
I think anything that's this nasty and dastardly should be Mark V to the face.
Right.
Nasty and dastardly, guys. Come on, it's just a 5-point jolt. I thought you guys were bold adventurers of the wastelands. I thought you were life takers and heartbreakers, and you're gonna let a glorified joy buzzer floor stop you? Think of the artifacts that could be on that.
Point.
Yeah, I'll be the proverbial smoking boots very soon.
Man, I don't have to live like a refugee. I'm out of here.
There you go.
I think we're all hurting. So we'll mark this on the map to come back to.
I mean,
crazier because
can I convince Rex to shoot the thing?
Rex,
not?
are you gonna
Well,
shoot the thing?
I'm gonna ask Rex.
I don't have a Mark V.
Oh, I thought you. Oh, why were you talking about it? Who has the
So-
Mark V?
Somebody took the Mark V.
Okay.
I have the
Man, I
Mark
thought
V.
you had that.
Okay.
I took the Mark V.
That
Well-
was Blue that had it.
Yeah,
Alright,
Okay.
I took it back from Blue, so I
Yes.
did
I'll
take
just
it.
back off.
So I'll ask Monday. I'm like, can you just shoot the damn thing? Maybe.
I'll hand it to Bennett and
Oh,
say
here we go.
if you want to shoot it, and I'll back off.
Do I?
All right.
Can I? Do I know how to use it? I mean, I
Uh,
might have seen them using it, but I've never used one. Right?
I'll instruct him how to use it.
That's easy enough to do. Go
Okay.
ahead and roll 7d6 because I'm not gonna.
I'm not gonna miss the door.
You're not gonna miss the door. No.
Okay.
It's moving around.
Fair enough. All right, here we go. 26.
26. Okay. You put a 10-centimeter hole in the wall, and the glow of the lip of alloy around it just slightly illuminates. There is an open space beyond it. So you have a 10-centimeter hole. You have severely damaged the back wall, and you can see that there's a space beyond that.
Maybe you should shoot the card scanner.
Yeah, let's. That sounds good. Did I not hit the card scanner?
No. Roll 7d6 again, though.
Okay. Anything worth shooting once is worth shooting a whole bunch of times.
Always double tap.
Oh God, 16. Terrible.
Okay, you put another 10-centimeter hole in it. They're spaced far enough apart that they're not conjoined in any way. But again, you can now see more of the room on the other side.
Somebody needs to cut that open with a vibroblade. Stop wasting them charges on that weapon.
Yeah.
Did the door move at all?
I'll take the mark. I'll take the Mark 5 back.
Yeah, I'll give it back to you. That's fun.
It did not move, but you have put considerable holes in it.
All right, this is dumb as hell, but I'm going to run up. I'm going to kick the door as hard as I can with my foot, and then if I'm still alive, I'm going to run back.
Yeah, you can do that. You can do that in less than the space of a minute. It does not do anything.
Okay. But it's still entirely intact. I can't kick it open.
Yes, only a Bogo Jorts-sized character could go through either of those holes.
Strong enough to run up there with the vibroblade, cut that junk open.
Yes, you can absolutely attempt that if you want.
Who's got it? I'm feeling a little weak right now, but maybe I'm a little better off than everybody
I think most of us are kind of hurting here.
Based on my previous use of the vibroblade, how long do I think it would take for me to cut that open so I could fit through?
Less than a minute.
Okay, well, screw it. I'm gonna take.
I'll go.
You sure you're gonna go? I have the special potion of reduction of pain.
Before you use that,
What the hell does that mean?
How hurt are you really hurting? Because
I
need to heal you, it's gonna wipe that thing out. Remember?
If I had to give you a ratio of 1 to 45, I'm at 15. So.
Okay, I will use Medikit charge on him. So that
I've
out
got
the last
21.
charge on 1.
Yeah, but probably Sane is much more beefy than I am, right?
Well,
Generally speaking, yeah.
She's already stated she's using the kit on you, so
okay.
she sticks it to you, pushes a button, and it starts applying analgesics and all sorts of fun stuff, and heals you up.
I tried to protest, but it's too late.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to get my vibroblade out, and I'm going to go as fast as I can to try to cut that door open.
Okay. You do carve a hole in it big enough that eventually the wall just kind of slowly slides open, and you can now see the 3 meter by 3 meter room beyond it fully.
Okay, does it have a shiny metal floor?
No, it's actually got a dull black floor. Looks plastic.
All right, I'll immediately get on the other floor. The minute I can do it. The second I can do it, I'm on the floor.
Okay. What is everybody else doing? 1,000, 2,000.
Watching him, and then once we see him go through, I would assume it's like, yo, you okay?
Yeah, I'll give him the thumbs up.
All right, I'm running and sliding through the opening.
If it seems like they don't get shocked, Rex is going to do a running jump to get on that other floor.
Okay. So Rex, what is Rex's movement, please? It's 12 meters. So Rex, you dive in, just in time for the remains of the doors to slide shut. The three of you feel the entire room begin to descend. Monday, you see your friends run in. 20 seconds later, Rex is the last in as that room descends.
Dang it.
That's
missed
where
the
we're
elevator.
that is where we're gonna leave it tonight, folks. The strange elevator room has begun to descend. This group
Oh.
famously
Yes.
has elevator issues, and we'll find out what those are next week. I want to thank my super cool crew of post-apocalypse rangers here. Doomsword is probably sane. Kevin is Bennett. Kennick is Monday, and Yang and Zhao is Rex Dashington. And I, of course, have been your handsome and esteemed and intelligent host, bringing you the post-apocalypse funnies tonight. I'll be back Monday with some open chat, maybe some miniature stuff, maybe some mail call. You guys will never know until you stop by. If you haven't already, again, please do click subscribe. Click the bell icon for notification. Thank you again to the big crowd on Twitter. Come over here and subscribe to YouTube too, please. I beg of you, subscribe to me on YouTube. It would be pretty awesome. But until then, guys, please do keep your eyes peeled for the dreaded, mutated owl bears. And I will see everyone next time. Peace.
Have you seen my owl bear? Here's to all the weirdos everywhere in the woods and in the air. Have you seen my owl bear? Should I shave off all my hair? Bobs are all around, some live in tunnels underground. Some are fat, some are rich, some are sleeping in a ditch. Can you ride a crooked horse without a saddle, way off course? Naked as a toad, all the way to Smoky Joe's. Have you seen the little creep driving fast in his little green Jeep? He smells like fish and brandy, but his rotten teeth look dandy. Take me to the show, I don't care if fast or slow. From action flicks to dancing dicks, just take me